Good evening, Speed Gaming 2, and welcome to Week 3 of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. This is another Swiss week. Tonight, we have bonus coverage as we don't normally do Sunday night, but anyway, we're going to have two Titans here, syscrusher on your left and Captain Falcon 7, CFalcon 7 on the right. Both runners have readied up, the gate has been dropped, and we should be starting shortly. Tonight we have Mordred on tracking, a professional tracker by anyone's standards. He will be pushing the buttons in the back and keeping us commentators honest about what's going on. And in the booth, I am joined by Hayo. I am JXB Adam. Hayo, how's it going tonight?
It is going great. Thanks for having me, Adam. This is so much fun. We have probably two of the best runners in the game, and I am excited to see how this one turns out. With both of them 2-0, the winner of this one has automatic into the brackets, but the loser is definitely not out of it. They are still a favorite to win it.
Absolutely. This entire tournament is stacked from top to bottom. There are some people that are 0-2 who you would never expect to be. And honestly, it's almost like any given Sunday, each competitor can beat the other any other competitor on any given race.
Well, the first thing we find out today is we have a co-start, so we may be coming back for that. We'll see, but not a great start. The one other thing is we know we don't have the recorder to start, and I don't think did we have a push block? I couldn't see.
We did not. We actually are starting with the raft. I believe syscrusher has already checked the coast raft spot and found a door repair.
All right, raft. So that we're only getting 2 free spots to start, which is a little trolly, but I mean it's still free spots to check.
That's true. There's 2 spots out there, and all it takes is for one of them to be something important, and all of a sudden that raft is absolutely required.
And so far, we have not seen any Stalfoses, so we're not sure if we're going to have any second quests, but we are looking at mixed quest overworld, and we're also going to get the potential of either a first, second, or shapes 1 through 6, and then an opposite for 7 and 9. So hopefully we'll find a dungeon here soon and see what we got.
That's absolutely right, Hayo. We're going to have a mixed dungeon set. We're not going to know until they get in the dungeons which way or which. We might get a clue if we see some second quest enemies running around on the overworld. There's a 25 medium secret, and it looks like syscrusher already forced a bomb and is exploring the any roads.
And we're getting some really good any roads. Those things are taking us all over the place. We had the northwest, the northeast, the southwest. Man, we've got some great movement, and not too far from start, too.
Yep, I see CFalcon had found level 1, and while I am not an expert when it comes to the way things are, I think that looked like it might be a 2Q1. Also, CFalcon has found the Armos item. To nobody's surprise, it's the raft.
And what a troll. And yes, Rick is saying that it is most likely a 2Q1. I didn't see it at all. Let's see here. Yes, definitely not a 1Q1 with it starting up in the northeast. And if it goes any more left than the one room to the left, it will be shapes. We have shapes in 1 through 6 today.
Oh boy.
So that means we're going to get either a first quest 7, and then we have the book in 1 right off the bat.
I was just going to say, if we have shapes, we definitely have a second quest back half, because those were blue bubbles in level 1.
And you're correct. And that is going to be... I think the runner's going to enjoy that more than having to see level 7 and level 9. Now,
I'm not sure.
Well, okay, I would enjoy that. Now, for those of you that don't know, the book today is not the Atlas, but it will give us our old men will tell us hints, as well as when we're in level 9, it'll be able to tell us where the princess is, where Ganon is, and where the compass is, and if silvers are in 9 or not.
That's true. Looks like Syscrusher picked up a ladder in level 7 and then found level 4 up in the top right-hand side of the map.
I'm sitting here watching level 1. It is a segmented 1. And to me, that looks like a dog doing his business. Well, what do you all see?
Oh no. Is it possible that level 1 is saying something about this seed? We're going to find out.
If we're already finding the ladder and the book, though, and a quick triangle in 1, I'm not sure this isn't too bad to start so far.
Well, I certainly am not going to say anything one way or the other because I know there is a theory out there that the commentators can curse anything that can happen.
No, it's just Jess. And we find our item in 4, and it is the recorder. So we are getting a lot of those overworld checks already.
Yeah, and speaking of Jess, I'll bet she's happy to see that item.
That is the tutor. Now, I was looking before this race started, and these two have only faced off head-to-head against each other one time previously, with, I believe, syscrusher coming out victorious.
Well, I will definitely take your word for that. I didn't look. The only thing I've seen so far is that level 1 is living up to level 1 height, where every door is a key door.
And we find the banana. So, level 1, the book is nice, but banana, it might help in the beginning. We could get some good stuns. Syscrusher finding a Goma, but having the ladder could have bombed, but only down to 1 bomb.
Yeah, I think Syscrusher is going to take the Triforce, has the recorder, so it can come right back to level 4 should they choose to. They're going to just go out of here and maybe try to force some bombs.
And CFalcon finding level 2 over where Blue Ring it normally is. These guys are finding dungeons fast and furious here.
Yes, absolutely they are. And level 2 is Blue Ring, the vanilla Blue Ring shop, or as we like to call it, Death Armos.
Rick is telling us that we know the ladder is in 7 because of a hint in 1. Unfortunately, we have not found level 7. But Syscrusher does find the blue candle.
Well, that's going to be my fault entirely. It's what I get for trying to follow chat and the restream at the same time.
Well, as fast as these guys are moving off the start, it's hard to keep up sometimes, so I don't blame anybody here for that. Once we get some exploration done, we will be... Oh, and there's the bow and 2. Excellent start for CFalcon.
That's right. Meanwhile, Syscrusher had found a Take-Any cave, grabbed a candle, and then immediately found a candle shop, seeing the candle at a very nice price of 43 rupees.
Oh. Well, we did see the arrows as well. They will be 71, so if CFalcon is able to find more money, he might make that early wood arrow purchase. And we find our second item, too. It is just a heart.
Well, I know of at least one runner who likes to say, gotta have heart, and this early, I guarantee our runners are going to take every heart they come across.
And CFalcon, I'm guessing looking for some keys now, because he's already found both items, and he sees where the Triforce is. Maybe he's just dipping in to get a key or 2. But he does pick up that triangle.
That is correct, Hayo. He's definitely doing a couple of room checks just to see if he can find a quick key right by the Triforce.
And we know that level 2 is going to be small enough. Might as well. And CFalcon sees the price of the blue candle and doesn't have a blue candle yet, so that's another possibility for a purchase.
Yep, syscrusher picking up his book in level 1. CFalcon's going to mark that shop just in case they happen to come across a nice secret.
CFalcon finding level 9 right left of start. Or about 2 rooms. The early potion place.
Early potion shop, yes sir.
And there are arrows at 71 again.
And the bait, relatively cheap at 57.
And that is not bad. Considering we'll have second quest, we may get a bait block in 7 today.
Well, we'll have to see if level 7 does level 7 things.
Well, we can only hope for. CFalcon checking the island and finds a hint cave. Has the book, but not enough money just yet. And I would imagine that's another item that CFalcon may purchase. Because hints have shown in this tournament they can be the game changer for sure. Especially if you get a good hint for the silvers.
Yep, and that silver's hint would be very much welcome.
And syscrusher showing us why he takes a death, but that was some good combat up until that point.
Kairos letting us know that the bait block won't be in 7, but rather in 8. And I will take Kairos's word for that because, honestly, I'm just up here talking, and hopefully what I say is true. And if it's not, chat's going to call me out on it.
I agree. I will take all the help I can get as well. Alright, Falcon finding the any roads, and we see that these will be... I mean, we already know the any roads are taking us all over the map, which is great.
Yeah, looks like Crusher taking another death in level 1. Let's see if he sticks around.
And Falcon's going to be able to dip into these dungeons up here and potentially get their recorder as well.
Yep, and since the hint in level 1 was that the ladder was in 7, it's possible that Falcon's going to stick around in level 7 and possibly dig out that ladder.
And we find the Master Sword where we normally get the letter. And our bombs today at 29. I'm not sure if we saw that earlier, but that is a little expensive.
We didn't see it earlier, and yep, and now Falcon's in 7. Let's see if he finds that ladder.
Getting an early ladder in here in 7 would be huge, especially since this Crusher decided to leave it alone.
Well, I think Crusher had the hint, so honestly, bailing on level 7, not a bad play this early in a seed.
Especially nobody wants to go into 7 anytime, anywhere. And CFalcon finding another transport. And our first Patra of the night. Smartly decides, I'll leave that for now.
Yeah, no need to battle a Patra this early on Woodsword unless the game makes you.
Yeah, very true, very true. And we get some very healthy Gibdos at 6, so they rolled up a little. But a nice clock. And syscrusher doing very well against these Lionels.
Yep, the beam sword's certainly helping him make good work of it.
And this should be our item in 1. It is the silvers! Wow! So 1 and 2 have our Ganon items today. And if syscrusher can make it to 2 after this, he will be looking good, knowing that the ladder's in 7. Might be pushing to find the rest of the dungeons and make this a quick seed.
Well, this certainly has all the makings of a quick seed, but again, I'm not going to say too much about that because all it takes is one silly thing and all of a sudden the runners are doing an oops, all dungeons, all items, oh no.
Yeah. And that is what the audience, gets joy from, but runners, not so much.
Not at all, though I think the last item between the two runners that could cause any grief is going to be the power bracelet.
Very true. And also, neither of these runners have a healthy key count at this point, so finding an any key would be huge as well.
That's true.
We have seen matches come down to keys earlier this week already.
That's entirely possible, though, with a 2Q back half. I've heard that of all the level 9s, 2Q is the one the runners want the most.
And finding more staircases after that Patra.
Yep, and it looks like Crusher's out of 1 for now. In the meantime, chat is calling for an Ice Rod hunt. I think the Ice Rod's going to be in another Hyrule.
Yep, and unfortunately, we will not be visiting that today. A nice bomb drop for CFalcon here in 7. Hopefully this is also a push. It is.
It's level 7, 2Q7, but hey, there's that power bracelet I was just talking about.
And at this point, CFalcon, if he goes into 4, he will find all of his necessary items. Well, except for the ladder and the 2 ladder spots. But he will be able to check most of the overworld. And he knows that ladder is here in 7, so he will be... And he finds it right away. Look at there. Huge
and
level
just
7
right
for CFalcon.
On the floor. Honestly, this seed, while I was reluctant previously to call it a jet seed, it looks like this seed may very well be a jet seed.
Yes, at this point, we will be able to find every single dungeon, and potentially we won't be blocked by anything except for maybe keys.
Yeah, keys are going to be our last wild card, but we're going to have to just wait and see how that works out.
But this is, for the fans out there, this is just the first match of Week 7. We still have 40 more matches this week coming up. So plenty of good Z1R left to go.
You misspoke and said Week 7. This is only Week 3, though I will bet for some people it probably feels like it's been 7 weeks.
It's Week 3, yes. I am sorry.
No need to apologize. Crusher grabs his Triforce, he got his heart container, and the bow, he is out of level 2.
And I'm getting a notice in my phone. The football game is over, so people may be coming to join us here shortly.
Well, we certainly hope that everybody enjoyed their time looking at superb owls. We know that there are superb owls out there everywhere.
All right, CFalcon finding his level 4. We know the recorder is in here, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't that deep either. But low on keys, we'll see what CFalcon does. And there's the quick Triforce.
Not a bad pickup. Let's see if he goes back in.
And he is deciding to leave level 4, and that may or may not cause a problem later on. Depends on what's under these recorder blocks. And we should be seeing at least a couple of them shortly from syscrusher.
That's right. And Syscrusher is also going to have an advantage for now in being able to whistle back to any of the dungeons that they have collected a Triforce from.
And that's never to be overlooked, that is for sure. But we do know that we have all the information and we have good any roads, so it might not hurt that much. But CFalcon finding his candle, and he will be able to burn some stuff.
That's right. Both runners have Burnination mode engaged.
And we're about to get our waterfall checks, as well as being able to bomb over the river here. But we have still not found the white sword item today. And we do know where a fifth heart is. It is on the coast, so if they can't pick up the white sword item on 4, they might be able to get it by going to the coast.
That's true. That white sword item will be available with between 4 and 6 hearts. And until we find it, we're not going to know how many it is.
CFalcon is spending all the non-money he has, which is very nice. We aren't finding many secrets yet.
Well, there's a secret.
Finds a small secret.
Yeah, I've noticed
the medium secret.
It was a mid secret, and the runners are finding a lot of door repairs. And the best time to find those door repairs is when you're on 0 rupees.
Yes, it is. And CFalcon does find the letter, so we might be able to see potion prices, just depending on if he wants to turn it in or not.
I'm sure he's just going to keep that in his pocket until later.
All right, we're now looking for more items. We know that CFalcon needs to get back into 1, unfortunately, for their silver arrows. But I think they're just going to, at the moment, just try to find whatever they can. But 1 is a good one to go back to, definitely before going to 9, with it being so small.
Well, it really depends on the situation that CFalcon finds himself in. If he gets all the Triforces and doesn't need the arrows to get them, he very well could gamble on silvers and 9.
That is definitely a possibility. But thankfully we have the book. Hopefully we get a good hint.
That's absolutely right. Tonight, once we have the book, which both runners do, they'll be able to understand the old men. They will be able to understand the hints. The hints will be truthful, but they may not be helpful.
Man, they are just finding mid-secrets, like, all over the place. Where's the big secret? And Syscrusher already using that recorder to great detail, just throwing himself all around the map.
And going right back into level 7.
Which we know to be a great move, seeing how the ladder is in here. As well as Power Bracelet, but I think Syscrusher's here to get the ladder for sure.
There's our potion prices. It looks like tonight's going to be a red night, with the blues being very expensive.
And that's always a good thing. Nobody likes Pepsi, right? Alright, Syscrusher finds his ladder. And an immediate compass, so will he dig this out to find that power bracelet, or just try to find his way to the triangle?
More than likely he's going to dig everything he can, just trying to get over to the triangle, and that might be just enough to find that power bracelet. In the meantime, Captain Falcon's down on the coast, bombing away, and if you haven't already, follow these runners. They're here to put on a great show for us, and we should show them our support by following them. Follow my tracker, Mordred. Without Mordred, we would all be lost, not knowing anything about where anything is. And follow my calm Hayo. He streams, I do not.
Well, I stream my races. That's about it these days.
And we see CFalcon has made the arrow purchase along the coast. They don't know that the silvers lie in level 1.
Alright, syscrusher going to get his triangle out of here.
And level 3 behind the power bracelet.
So that is huge for CFalcon, especially if syscrusher leaves the power bracelet in 7. That would be a huge advantage. And look at that shape.
Well, that shape is obviously a cat stretching.
I was going to say the Sphinx, so yeah. I think you're correct. And syscrusher does leave the power bracelet in 7. Knowing there's only a certain amount of checks, don't really blame him at this point, because he doesn't know what's in there, of course. But he will have to dig it later, knowing that level 3 is under a push block.
Yeah, we know that he doesn't. So it'll be interesting to find out just what order Crusher does things in.
I think the best option for him is hoping to find a secret telling them that 3 is behind a feat of strength.
I agree. A hint to the location of level 3 is the best thing that could possibly happen to syscrusher.
Magic
Oh boy.
in the desert. So, all right. We are going to need the recorder tonight.
Yes, and we know that the magic key is going to be over here somewhere. Not necessarily, though. There are a couple of spots down here that burn that are considered the desert.
Oh, is that true? I did not know. I figured the desert was only these little areas, but we will find out here shortly. Because he has one more recorder spot. Alright, it's not under one of these recorder spots.
Well, I anticipate that Crusher's going to keep looking, knowing exactly what's here. The real question is, will he be able to pick it up? He does at 5.
Alright. That is a huge advantage, seeing how CFalcon has been very low on keys the whole time. But, like syscrusher, CFalcon will probably not miss that.
No, I can't imagine that CFalcon's going to miss that any key. And right now, a lack of keys can actually lead to interesting exploration of dungeons, as the CFalcon will be trying to take routes that will preserve keys.
Though if CFalcon does come out of this and goes straight north for all of those checks, there's a possibility he'll run into it very shortly as well.
That's correct, Hayo. Right now, we see he's in level 3, level 3 being a small dungeon. He already has the stair item, so he's most likely going to clear rooms looking for the floor drop.
So according to my tracking, we're still missing level 6, level 5, and level 8. And there's
That
the red
sounds right.
candle in 3. So CFalcon finding both items in 3 just needs to get to this triangle and he will be out of here.
And he's in that Triforce room right now, which happens to be a shoot room.
Oh, shoot.
Not from this direction.
And we're still finding more medium secrets. And there is the triangle for CFalcon. He is up to 5 triangles already. In fact, he has gotten everything he has found.
It's a good feeling when you can walk into a dungeon, get all the items out of it and grab the Triforce. Unfortunately, we know he didn't get all the items out of level 1.
Yes, and that could come back to haunt him later. And this money is still being taken away from these guys.
Yes, in a mixed overworld, I believe there are 10 door repairs. Chat will start screaming at me if I'm wrong. I know there are 3 large secrets, several small secrets, several medium secrets.
Oh, wow, look at our large secret. It's just 54, 4 off minimum.
Well, that might put a kink in buying hints for our runners. They might consider saving those rupees, buying the hints, and retrying out, because they'll keep the knowledge and get their rupees back.
And I believe the hints were not too far away from start, so that might actually work out for them. At least one of the 2 hint caves. But CFalcon is just a couple of screens away from picking up his any key, and that will be a huge hit for him.
Right, at this point, really, besides hints, the only other things the runners may consider purchasing are potions and maybe bomb upgrades if they find them.
And right as you say it, CFalcon decides to get the red potion at 57. Not a bad price.
You know, the max secret is horrible when you can't even get a red potion for it.
And he does find his any key, and at 8 hearts, more than enough to pick it up. And looking like CFalcon will make our first Death Mountain play here shortly. We are still looking for 3 dungeons, so plenty of places to look.
That's right, Hi-Oh.
And we do get the Forgotten spot as well. It will not be forgotten today. Oh, and syscrusher finding level 8.
Not a bad find. We'll see how much of level 8 syscrusher digs. He might just dig until he finds the Triforce.
And CFalcon back into level 1. Almost like he knows there's something in here.
Well, sometimes you just get that itch, and sometimes you realize level 1's small, all I left was a stair item, all I gotta clear is rooms that are staircases.
And the big difference between now and then is he's got that any key, and these locked doors mean nothing.
Plus he has arrows to increase his offense.
He's about to get some really nice arrows as well. And CFalcon has to be happy to see that, knowing he does not need to be searching for much else, except for maybe the recorder.
That's true, the recorder may hide a dungeon, or we may end up in a case where we have a dig dogger block.
And that's always got to feel bad if you get into 9 and you get blocked by a dig dogger.
Syscrusher over in 8 has found the Triforce. Let's see if he picks it up.
Does grab it. And we see our small secret at 16 today. Not too bad.
Oh, at least one of our secrets rolled up.
That is true. Unfortunately, it was the one that doesn't do much help. CFalcon finding 6 up in Death Mountain. We are 1 dungeon away from finding our complete set tonight.
Well, it'll be somewhere here in Hyrule. In the meantime, we've seen Wizrobes in 6 and 8 now.
And we know Wizrobes with bubbles is never a good combination. But if we can find that wand, it might be a little bit better.
Well, the Wizrobes still aren't going to take damage from the wand, but...
I was thinking Dark Nuts. It's late.
Those are on the overworld.
Yeah.
I see calls for chaos in chat. Unfortunately, that's in Final Fantasy 1.
If we want to see any kind of chaos, we're gonna see something being blocked by a flute, especially in level 9. And syscrusher finding out that the power bracelet is in 7, that's a huge hint for syscrusher.
I think you're absolutely right, Hayu. He did not go back and check the other hints, though, which is an interesting choice.
I don't think he needs to at this point. That's the one piece of knowledge he needed to get a full clear of the world. So I'm not sure what else he might look for.
I suppose that's true. The only other things the hints could give him is a little more definitive location of the levels.
So if you are wanting chaos, the only thing left now is CFalcon not having the recorder, as syscrusher knowing where Power Bracelet is. He has all the knowledge he can get. He just needs to find the levels. And even with these secrets not being big today, syscrusher has found a way to have over 200. And I am actually surprised with that he did not pick up his meat.
Well, as we noted earlier, the runners have been running into all the door repairs. They might not have too many left on the overworld.
And that is true. And syscrusher back into level 1 to get his triangle out of here. I'm pretty sure he's gotten all the items.
That's correct, Hayo. He has definitely gotten all the items. He just got slightly inconvenienced with a death that sent him back to start when he was trying to get to the Triforce.
Yeah, and having the any key is, of course, going to help him get through all of these locked doors.
Chat, what is that level 6 ink blot? I see a gargoyle.
I'm not exactly sure what I see here. Oh, no, I see it. I see a man bowing. And that is the Triforce for syscrusher in 1. And he has now got his 5th Triforce, and we have a tie. I think this Inkbot has given us the best guesses so far today.
Lots of good guesses in chat, from a corrupted version of 1Q6, a claw, breakdancers, a pistol, a frog.
I mean, I'm enjoying that void area right up there in the top right, making them go all the way around just to check these few rooms. And look where the Triforce is, all the way up there in the top right. It's just Crush getting his letter.
And the other big guess that I saw in chat, it was just one word: pain.
Well, that is very true. And CFalcon will get his Triforce here. No point of not picking it up because you don't really want to go all the way back here. Though starting to run low on silver arrows. And that is the
Yeah.
6 Triforce for CFalcon.
Yep, he's got his 6 Triforce, and there's still quite a few secrets out there for him to find.
And just as he leaves, syscrusher finds his way in.
It's always nice when the runners have a high five, and this time it was the doorway to level 6.
Now, once syscrusher gets out of here, we could have a big advantage if level 5 happens to be at this recorder spot up here that CFalcon will not be able to check.
That's certainly possible, Hayo. The other thing is, there's 2 items here in level 6. I don't know if CFalcon saw either of them. It could be just random chance that syscrusher comes across the red ring. Meantime, CFalcon has found level 5.
And he has found level 5, which means we have our full set tonight. CFalcon does not know where level 8 is yet, but most likely will dig that out before going back to any previous dungeons.
That's true. If you're hoping for the recorder to make a large impact tonight, you're going to be hoping for a really bad block either here in level 5 or in level 9.
Yep. As we know, we can get to the level 8 Triforce without needing the recorder. That's one less block. And this Lamola is not going... Alright, it is making its way over finally. And that red candle just makes easy work of it.
And I was going to say, speaking of blocks, check out that block clip by CFalcon.
That was very impressive as always. Alright, we want to see a map for 5 so we can get some more guessing in. Plus the runners would love to see where they can and cannot go.
Yeah, maps and shapes are really important for the runners so that they know exactly which walls to attempt to bomb.
It's always nice when you have the Atlas on for shapes, that is for sure. And we unfortunately will not have that in this tournament. And we already know that hint, so one less thing for us to find. If he does find a hint about the Gliok, that would be nice. Our bomb upgrade at 113, a little expensive.
And a magical boomerang in level 6.
Not the greatest find, but at this point, you're kind of just looking for, hopefully, those triangles.
Yeah, I think that's really what our runners are doing. They're gonna take the Triforces and run. They're just poking their heads into a stair because at this juncture they're not gonna turn down a blue ring. Just look at this Gliok combat for CFalcon and that'll explain it all.
That was rough. Using 2 potions and still getting... But that was not a fair Gliok there.
No, a Gliok in an NSU room is definitely a difficult fight.
Very much so. And unfortunately can't even bomb out of there. So it looks like we will have to take on that Gliok unless he can find another bomb hole somewhere.
Possibly. I wonder if that Gliok might be hiding the map to level 5.
Well, you hope that Gliok's hiding something nice because it is one big troll. And CFalcon probably looking for some more bombs.
Little bombs.
Goes back in there.
Yeah, little bombs, little health. And if you're on Team CFalcon, you almost want that Gliok to be hiding a Triforce.
And it looks like he is going to do a little bit more overworld. Maybe try to find level 8.
Well, there was the level 8 hint in level 6, so I don't think that CFalcon will be seeing that this seed.
No. unless he goes back there looking for the recorder, I imagine he will not be going back into 6.
Yeah, I doubt he's going to be going back to any dungeons until the game makes him.
He does find a potion shop, just a little short on cash, but if he can find some, I bet he goes back and gets another red potion. Well, there's some.
Just a little bit short of that red potion. And level 6 with everyone's favorite type of hint, the, as Ferran put it, "you are here" hint.
The one thing I'm wondering about Syscrusher is what is he looking for at this point? He may be looking for some defense or...
No, he's just looking for the Triforce. He doesn't have the compass. He hasn't gone over to that little offshoot.
You're right. I thought he had the compass. He does not.
And CFalcon did in fact pick up another red potion. And this is just one example of, for Syscrusher, just the way that he's explored the dungeon. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. He just went left when he should have went right. It happens to everyone.
But he will find his Triforce very shortly, just 4 rooms away. Well, now 7 rooms, as he is going to check out this direction first.
And there's a large secret for CFalcon. I should put large in quotation marks.
There is a secret. And Syscrusher will do a full clear of this 6. It's going to cost him some time, but still knows where everything he needs is, so he just needs to get these Triforces and get back into level 7.
Question in chat, where is 8? 8 is in the Dead Woods.
And that was a great bomb on Syscrusher. He got all 3 of those Dodongos in one shot.
A triple smoke. That's not something you see every Tridongo room.
Alright, CFalcon is in his final dungeon. He now knows that he is not blocked by anything, and he is in kind of pseudo go mode. We still don't know if he'll get blocked by a Dig Dogger later.
It seems unlikely, and we're going to see how fast he clears level 8. And it's that fast.
That was impressive. So he knows that the one thing that's blocking him right now is that Gleeok. But he has a red potion. So let's see if he goes back there right now. And Syscrusher picks up his 6 Triforce. And I believe he has not found level 5 yet, and he's unable to find level 3. But he should find level 5 shortly.
He'll find level 5 shortly. As far as level 3, we really hope that he sees a hint. Otherwise, he's going to full clear this overworld before needing to go back to dig items.
That is true, yes. He knows where the power bracelet is. He just doesn't know anything is blocked yet.
That's actually a good thing, because he's been clearing everything as he goes, so he'll know once it's just power bracelet blocks left to go back to level 7.
Yeah, I believe if he finds a quick Triforce, he is out of this 5.
I agree completely with that assessment, Hayo. There's no reason he would stay in 5 at this point.
But like you said, Adam, he probably will still clear a lot of this Death Mountain looking for 3 before going back to get that power bracelet. And once again, this Gleeok is just very dangerous. It is rolled up and it has 3 heads. That's not any fun. And they're on wood sword. Never helps. And both of them fighting the Gleeoks at the same time, but Syscrusher, noticing not any potion, decides to up an A.
Yeah, Syscrusher's going to go a different direction. Meantime, CFalcon's chugging another potion.
And you were right. There is that map right under that Gleeok. Nice call.
I think they would call that a commentator's curse. They being the runners, of course.
Alright, and once again, CFalcon just looking for their Triforce. They have all the instruments to beat Ganon. They are just looking to get out of here and get into 9.
So, what does that ink blot look like to you, Hayo?
Oh, I do not know. Maybe a battleship or some kind of ship?
I can see that. I see maybe a candle holder.
Oh, that's a good call, yes. And CFalcon 1 heart away from attempting Mags. Unfortunately, Mags is up in the northeast. I can't imagine anybody going up there to do a check. But it is next to 2 dungeons, so if you have Recorder, it's not as bad, but it's pretty far away from level 9.
And I think how this seed has been, both runners at this point probably feel it's a jet seed, and they're going to think, okay, gotta go, go, go. No matter what, just go.
I wouldn't imagine if both of them already think they're behind. Especially with CFalcon having troubles with the Gleeok earlier. I feel like they both could be feeling behind right now.
And so, looking at chat for guesses on that ink blot in level 5, I see a schooner or a sailboat, and I'll raise you one. It looks like a Viking ship.
And we do have our 8th and final Triforce for CFalcon, and he will be getting into level 9 pretty quick. I would imagine an up and A here because he doesn't want to walk all the way back.
A reasonable choice.
Alright, Adam. So we're heading into 9. What are we looking for today?
All right, so if we're the runners, we're looking for the roar in a door. The roar is the sound of Ganon, which you will be able to hear if you are within 1 room of Ganon, north, south, east, or west. The door is a shutter door that, once all the enemies in the room will remain closed, even though it should open, unless Ganon has been defeated, in which case the shutter door will pop open, even if there are enemies in the room. And if we're chat, we might be looking for a Dig Dogger block.
And that is, I bet money people are rooting for that one. The good thing for both runners today is they have the book. There are 4 old men inside of 9, and they may give us some information to help us find Ganon, the Compass, or Zelda herself.
Oh, those old men will definitely do that, including the ever, at this point, unhelpful hint of the silver arrows lie elsewhere.
And Syscrusher making the correct call, going to 7 to get that power bracelet. So they will probably not be seeing much of the overworld anymore. Unfortunately, it may just be a little too late, but 9 always does 9 things, so we still could have a great race here.
That's true, Hayo. We do call 9 the Great Equalizer, though 2Q9 isn't quite as great. Hopefully it will still be an equalizer for us tonight.
And And we already find out that the beast will be in the southeast, so that's one of 2 pieces of information we need.
And one might argue at this juncture that's the bigger piece of information, because once the beast is slain, it's just walk into the rooms, and if there's a single shutter door, see if it pops open. And if there isn't a single shutter door, it could still be Ganon's room, as that's the one exception to the rule.
And thank you, chat. We do have audio now on CFalcon's side, so we now can listen for the roar. And shutter door, but unfortunately that is not what we're looking for.
There's a roar.
And that's our roar. So at 54 minutes and 55 seconds, here's Ganon, and it's in a Chevy room. These are fun.
Now Ganon in a Chevy room on green tunic. We know CFalcon looks like he's got the red ring, but in fact he's still on the green tunic. A Hyrule driver is going to cost him 4 hearts, and each of those fireballs will be 1, but it looks like he's got the stun lock.
And these are why these runners are favored to win, because they're so good at combat. They easily done. Great work, CFalcon.
That is 1 dead piggy.
And we have 2 chances here for this to be Zelda. Oh, and that's a one-way. But
The game does still have jokes. Yes. It might be. We're going to find out shortly.
And yes, Zelda is 1 room away, and that is our finish. CFalcon is our winner today.
Let's get our GGs in chat for CFalcon, our race winner, everyone.
It's final time of 55 minutes and 53 seconds. What a race.
And immediately, syscrusher throws in the towel.
All right, we will try to get these 2 in here for a chat, but man, what a finish there.
What a great race. Let's get GG's in chat for syscrusher as well. He put on a great race tonight.
And we are joined by syscrusher. Unfortunately, it's just that was a seed, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a little too slow, man. Needed that offense to help get me going, really. I mean, for like, I guess I had those silvers, so I don't know. Not fast enough, that's all.
I mean,
GG's, Crusher.
GG's.
Honestly, I mean, both that seed was it was giving you stuff, but man, was it putting some tough enemies in your way.
Yeah, a little weak there early. He needed hearts. I was trying to build up some hearts. I probably did more overworld than I needed to, but yeah, the whole southwest east was like nothing there. I mean, everything was like either in the west there or the north.
Yeah, and you also spent a lot of time in 6. That probably...
Oh god, yeah, that was just awful. I went the wrong way in there. I was every single room in there.
And we are joined by CFalcon. Congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, sis.
Hey, GG.
I feel like I I goofed on something and it worked out. But my hunch is going the wrong way in 7 at the start. Like the ladder was like stupid free, but I went the other way. I ran into the power bracelet first, which ended up being required. So I feel like a bit of luck went my way there.
Yeah, I cleared everything with the power bracelet spots, and I bought a random hint, and it told me where the power bracelet was. So I actually went to 7 a couple times. Once because I got a hint for the ladder in 7 as well. And yeah, there were hints for both of those items in 7, fortunately. But yeah, I did too much overworld, and that 6 was just brutal.
Yeah,
time-wise, I just went down the south, and there was nothing down there really.
CFalcon had a great path in 6, and it worked out very well.
Yeah, the Triforce being in that whatever that section of 6 was, you want to call it. I just kind of went there, and Yeah, honestly, this was just a seed. I feel like that just a lot of stuff for me worked out fine. If you ignore the part where I just destroyed myself thanks to a Gleeok 5 that surprised the hell out of me. But
Oh yeah, I left and I was about to come back with a potion.
That had to be the trolliest Gleeok I've ever seen.
and I wanted to kill it because the rules of shapes. I didn't see any like open doors, so I figured except for like that shutter door. So I'm like, well, that might be the only way I can go, or this thing might drop the map, which would help. So yeah, I just decided to take it on. Died horribly. I also left to go get a potion. I did a little bit more overworld exploration because I was still missing level 8's location at that point.
Mhm.
Ran into that. The Triforce was quick in there, which gave me a nice refill, and I just went back from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's Falcon. That was a great race. I think that looking at that entire race, that Gleeok in level 5 was the true final boss.
Oh yeah, he certainly certainly was. But yeah, this he definitely it handed a lot of things because I mean, since if you're telling me, I guess you said there was a hint for the power bracelet in 7. Obviously, I saw the ladder hint because it was, I think, the room right next to the book in 1.
Yeah.
Which got my attention. Funny thing is, I could have finished even faster if my first trip into 1, I didn't use my key on the wrong door that led to every other key door. Because I had to go back for the silvers after I found the any key that I wish I would have had sooner.
Yeah, I died like 4 times in 1 when I first got in there. I was trying to get through that Lionel room down. I kept getting gritted in there.
Now, what did you think of that level 9 CFalcon?
I don't appreciate the last little thing that happened, which was a few seconds. I killed Ganon. Zelda's to the left, but I picked the shard door to the north, and it's a one-way walk-through wall.
Yeah, I mean, what you saw 5 total rooms in 9? It wasn't much.
No, it was. Thankfully, 2Q9's generally pretty friendly, but even that was extremely friendly for its standards.
You get a quick hint saying gotta go to the southeast, and then you get Ganon almost immediately, and the princess right next door.
Yeah.
But that was a great. We had a lot of fun watching this race. You guys were pretty close through most of the race. This could have gone either way, especially if the recorder had been required. That is one thing that you did have an advantage on, syscrusher.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Turned
that
out
was
to be a disadvantage probably, because I checked all the recorder spots.
Yeah, that was. I'm gonna be honest. I would love to explain what on earth was going on in my mind with that gamble, but I think because I had bow and ladder already, and already had the book, I was like, well, maybe I'll just be able to get a hint for silvers. Maybe I'll be able to buy a hint. Yeah, nice joke. There was no money in the seed, but yeah, I don't know. I left 4 right away after I got the.
I had recorder like in 5 minutes, so I think it wasn't really gambling for me. I just got that and Triforce and got out.
Yeah, that's what we saw up here in comms. Crusher, you got the recorder right away, and then Falcon went into 7, went the one way that got him the power bracelet, and we were wondering which of those 2 things was going to come out on top.
Yeah, that could have went either way there. Yeah, power bracelet or recorder block. That would have been interesting, yeah. I was a crazy, hint get, though, for that power bracelet, because that was the only thing I knew that could stop me at that point. Having both silvers and ladder already, so...
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing when you got that hint and it happened to be for the power bracelet. We were like, hooray, that can get Crusher right back into it. But I think you probably last located needing the power bracelet.
Yes, I did. That's why I went back to 7. And then I was leaving 7, and then the dot happened. So I don't know where 3 was. Where was that? It's like
PB spot near start.
Gotcha, down there.
All right. Do either y'all have anything else you'd like to to say about this seed?
No, it wasn't a bad seed. I mean, it was pretty jetty, really. Some nasty rooms they had to fight through, but it was not a bad seed. They give you the requirements pretty easily.
It was nice to see silvers and bow in 1 and 2. And it did, CFalcon, you made a great play going back into 1 to get those silvers after leaving 1 early.
Yeah, I mean, since I didn't have the recorder and I was at that point doing my Death Mountain checks, trying to find a couple levels, and I was passing by the area and I knew the item, I was missing one more item. There's only a couple rooms left, and with the any key, I figured it probably wouldn't be much of an issue to just dip right back in quickly.
Yeah, level 1 was doing level 1 things with almost every door being a key door. However, the any key made that a non-issue. And with your win tonight, you are the first runner guaranteed into brackets. How does that feel, Falcon?
First of all, given the 3 points I put in a row, I'm amazed I'm 3-0. I'm also amazed because a lot of the practice seeds I was doing like before the tournament, when I was like asyncing races, I wasn't playing or actually playing in races. I was getting cooked by these people, so I don't know. Maybe I've had some luck go my way. Maybe some of the I just had to shake off some of the rust, but it feels actually feels pretty good. This has been a nice run. I hope it keeps going.
I wouldn't call it luck. You have played very well, and like you said, you've had some very good competition.
All right, so you're moving on to 3-0, Falcon. Good luck in the next round. It's only going to get more fun from here. Crusher, you're dropping to 2-1. Is there anyone you might want to face out of all of the people that you could possibly face?
Yes. Whoever I can set up a schedule with easily, for the next race. I don't care who it is. As long as we can get that race scheduled early in the week, I would.
All right. Well, hopefully whoever it is, they happen to be willing to work with you to get a nice scheduled time.
It's been good so far. Everyone's been very easily schedulable.
All right. Do either of you have any final thoughts on the seed?
No other thoughts.
All right. How about you, Hayo? Any final thoughts on tonight's seed?
Well, not so much on the seed. I first want to just thank CFalcon and syscrusher for putting on a great show for us tonight. That was fun, and I'm glad we started off week 3 with a fun, quick seed, and hopefully we won't have too many trolls this week.
Wait a minute. Hopefully we won't have any too
I
many
was
trolls.
joking.
Are you on the side of the runners, or are you on the side of chat?
Joking. No, I was joking. We won all the trolls except for my seed.
Alrighty then. And with that, I think that's going to bring us to an end of tonight's episode of Z1R, the Swiss Week Round 3. Our winner tonight was CFalcon. Our runner-up was syscrusher. I wish both of you good luck in the coming rounds. And with that, I believe we are done. Once again, follow our runners, follow our trackers. Without Mordred tracking, we don't get a restream. Without our restreamers helping out and getting us restreamed, we don't get a restream. And without my co-com Hayo, I'm just up here wordsing and hoping I don't say the wrong things.
Well, thank you,
So,
Adam.
Thank you to everyone.
And you have been great commentating with as well.
Go ahead, Hayo.
I'm good. I just want to say good night and thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep, thank you.
Good luck, CFalcon.
Yeah, thank you, sis. And by the way, thank you so much for being
Oh yeah,
able,
dude,
able
no
to
problem.
schedule immediately, because obviously I'm going on vacation tomorrow. And
Sure,
gone for the rest of
yeah.
the week, so
Yeah, that's no problem. Tonight's fine, and I didn't want to do an async race. I'd rather do a live race. It's way more exciting.
yeah. And obviously thanks to everyone who were able to put together the restream very
Yeah,
quickly,
no
so.
kidding. That's awesome.
All right, then. Well, thank both of you for racing tonight. I know everybody that was here enjoyed the race. And on behalf of myself, Hayo, Mordred, our restreamer, thank you all on Speed Gaming 2. Have a great night. We will have more games scheduled coming up starting tomorrow. Good night.